he would get hot spots all the time.
Not all skin changes are going to be. They're going to be red, inflamed.
This week we're going to talk about hot spots. So let's start with, well, what's a hot spot?
Yeah, so a hot spot is it's a skin lesion, so a change in the skin that often will present itself as a little focal, like one little area of redness, inflammation, that usually a dog will be scratching at like nobody's business. And it may acutely arise, not something that's been there for a while. An owner might notice it earlier that day or in the week, that maybe started off pretty small, maybe like penny size, and then all of a sudden within a couple hours even, it can kind of get to ghastly proportions. But often it's, self-induced. There's really this, dog will, whatever the underlying cause is, a dog is going to go after it because it's pruritic and itchy or painful. And they're going to start licking or scratching depending on the part of the body where it's located. And that's just going to kind of start perpetuating this vicious cycle of itching and licking. And that's essentially what a hot spot is. It's also known as pyotraumatic dermatitis or moist dermatitis. And, it's self-traumatic. A dog may mutilate his or herself. And that's really where the brunt of the disease, or calling it a disease is not really the right thing. Like we had parvo last week on our talk show. It's not so much a disease, but I think it's important to think of it more as a symptom of, whatever the underlying disease process is. And it could range from fleas. That's one of the biggest ones that I think of. Flea bite or whatever, insect bite hypersensitivity, environmental allergies. Some breeds are predisposed if they have skin folds. Think of Shar-Peis with all their folds on their face. Pugs, a lot of moisture can be trapped in there. So, whether it's moisture from that or from after going swimming or, getting water in the ear canal, all sorts of things that can kind of trigger bacteria proliferation and this itchiness. So I'd say that's what a hot spot is in a nutshell.
So can any skin issue be called a hot spot, or does it have to meet specific requirements?
I wouldn't say any skin issue. Definitely there are specific requirements, but not every single specific requirement is going to mean that it's a hot spot. So typically, like the actual lesions that I'm looking for, like the dermatologic changes, will be little pustules, sometimes epidermal collarettes, and that's kind of like a pustule that's popped. It kind of makes that little circular rim around the skin. Those are kind of the primary lesions that I'm looking for. And often, they'll be ulcerative. So, with superficial pyodermas that are just really kind of on the skin surface, they're going to be red, inflamed. There may be a little oozing at the center, if there's pus and exudative lesion. Those are really like the actual changes of the skin that I'm looking for. So not all skin changes are going to be representative of pyoderma.